50 Principles of Wealth. Master the rules of money and financial freedom. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly build wealth, achieving financial security and freedom, while others constantly struggle, living paycheck to paycheck, regardless of their income? Is it luck, privilege, or is there something more fundamental at play? The truth is, achieving financial success isn't about secrets hidden away for the elite. It's about understanding and consistently applying a set of core principles, the fundamental rules of money. These are the timeless laws of money, the golden rules of money that the rich know and leverage every single day. Think of them as the operating system for financial success. For too long, many have felt intimidated or confused by the world of finance. Maybe you've searched for the definitive 10 rules of money, or perhaps the essential 14 rules of money, hoping for a quick fix. You might have even come across concepts from The Rules of Wealth by Richard Templar, or read summaries of The Rules of Wealth book. While valuable, true mastery comes from a deeper, more comprehensive understanding. This audiobook is designed to be your definitive guide. We won't just give you a handful of tips. We will dissect 50 powerful principles, the essential rules of wealth. You need to truly master these rules of money to build lasting wealth. We'll explore not just the what, but the why, and most importantly, how to apply these rules of money in your own life, starting today. These are the new rules of money adapted for our times, built upon enduring wisdom. Our journey begins right at the foundation. In Chapter 1, Wealth Begins with Belief, we'll tackle the crucial wealth mindset, confronting the limiting beliefs about money that may be holding you back, and cultivating the positive money beliefs necessary for wealth creation. Then, we immediately dive into actionable strategies. Chapter 2 introduces the rule of paying yourself first, arguably one of the most critical golden rules of money. We'll explore exactly what paying yourself first means and how to pay yourself first effectively to make saving and investing automatic. In Chapter 3, Assets over Liabilities, we clarify the fundamental difference, moving beyond simple definitions to understand how the wealthy focus relentlessly on acquiring income-generating assets while minimizing draining liabilities. We'll look at real-world examples, contrasting assets versus liabilities, as explained by financial educators like Robert Kiyosaki. And because controlling where your money goes is paramount, Chapter 4, Mastering the Budget, Control Your Cash Flow, gives you the tools to command your finances, ensuring you know exactly where your money is going so you can direct it purposefully towards your wealth-building goals. We'll reinforce why understanding the flow between assets and liabilities is key to effective budgeting. From there, we'll unlock the almost magical power of compound interest. Learn how to avoid lifestyle creep so you can stay rich. Not just look rich. Understand why you must invest early and invest often. Explore why multiple streams of income equal security. Grasp the concept that your network is your net worth. Practice delaying gratification for bigger rewards. Embrace simplicity through automation. Learn to understand taxes like the wealthy. Recognize that time is your greatest asset. Commit to thinking long-term while acting daily. And finally, internalize that money is a tool, not the ultimate goal. And that's just the first 15 principles. Get ready to transform your understanding of money. Prepare to learn, internalize, and apply these rules of money. This isn't just another finance book. It's your blueprint for mastering the rules of wealth and achieving lasting financial freedom. Let's begin. Chapter 1, Wealth Begins with Belief. Before we dive into the practical strategies, the budgeting techniques, the investment tactics, before we even touch upon the mechanics of money, we must start at the absolute source, the foundation, upon which all financial success is built. And that foundation isn't in your bank account, it's in your mind. Principle number 1 is simple, yet profoundly powerful. Wealth begins with belief. Think about it. Every significant achievement in human history began as a thought, an idea, a belief in possibility. Wealth creation is no different. Your external financial reality is largely a reflection of your internal landscape, your money beliefs. What you fundamentally believe about money, about your own worthiness to have it, and about how wealth works in the world dictates your financial behaviors, your decisions, and ultimately, your results. Many people unknowingly sabotage their own financial progress because they are operating under a set of invisible scripts limiting beliefs about money. These are the deep-seated assumptions and conclusions, often formed in childhood or through negative experiences, that actively block wealth from entering their lives. What are some common limiting beliefs? Money is the root of all evil. Rich. People are greedy or unethical. I'm just not good with money. Wanting a lot of money is selfish. There's never enough to go around. People like me don't get rich. It takes money to make money, and I don't have any. These limiting money beliefs act like a thermostat set to struggle. Even if you temporarily earn more, your subconscious programming will often find ways, through overspending, bad investments, or missed opportunities, to bring you back down to the financial level you believe you deserve. It's a cycle that prevents genuine wealth building. So the critical first step on the path to financial freedom is introspection. It's about developing wealth consciousness, becoming aware of your current money beliefs. You need to identify the narratives you're telling yourself. Are they empowering you to build wealth, or are they holding you back? How to overcome limiting beliefs. It starts with awareness, followed by conscious effort. Identify them. Listen to your self-talk around money. What thoughts or feelings come up when you think about getting rich, investing, or even just paying bills? Write them down. Acknowledge these beliefs that block wealth without judgment. Challenge them. Question the validity of these beliefs. Where did they come from? Are they really true? Find evidence to the contrary. Look for examples of people who built wealth ethically or who started with little. Replace them. This is key. You need to actively cultivate positive money beliefs. Replace the old, limiting thoughts with new, empowering ones. Use affirmations like, I am capable of building wealth. Money is a tool for good. I deserve financial abundance. I attract opportunities to increase my wealth. Reinforce them. Repetition is crucial for reprogramming your subconscious. Read your positive affirmations daily. Visualize yourself achieving your financial goals. Surround yourself with people who have a positive wealth mindset. Overcoming limiting beliefs is not a one-time fix. It's an ongoing process, but it is the most crucial work you will do on your journey to attract wealth. You need to cultivate a mindset that sees opportunity, abundance, and possibility. Building wealth with hope and conviction is far more effective than trying to build it burdened by fear and doubt. Think of your wealth mindset as the soil in which your financial future grows. If the soil is toxic with limiting beliefs, even the best seeds, strategies, opportunities will struggle to sprout. But if you cultivate rich, fertile soil through positive money beliefs, your potential for growth becomes limitless. Interestingly, this often correlates with other areas of life. A positive mindset towards health and wealth often go hand in hand. Adopting a healthy lifestyle in your finances, clearing out toxic beliefs, nurturing positive ones, taking disciplined action, mirrors the principles of physical well-being. So, before you learn the rules of money, commit to mastering your mind. Understand how to get rid of limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. Embrace the core truth. Wealth begins with belief. Cultivate the unwavering conviction that you can achieve financial freedom, and you will have laid the most important cornerstone for making it a reality. This is the starting point for genuine wealth creation. Chapter 2, The Rule of Paying Yourself First. Now that we've established the foundational importance of belief and a positive wealth mindset in Chapter 1, let's move to the first and arguably most crucial, actionable principle of wealth building. This isn't just a suggestion. It's one of the core money rules practiced by virtually everyone who achieves significant financial success. It's principle number 2, the rule of paying yourself first. So, what is pay yourself first? And what does pay yourself first mean exactly? At its heart, paying yourself first is a simple yet revolutionary concept. Before you pay your bills, before you buy groceries, before you spend a single dollar on discretionary items, you allocate a predetermined portion of your income to your savings and investments. You treat your future self as your most important creditor. Most people do the opposite. They receive their income, pay all their expenses and bills, spend on lifestyle wants, and then, if there's anything left over, they might save it. This approach makes saving an afterthought, dependent on willpower and circumstance. The result? Often there's little or nothing left. Paying yourself first flips this script entirely. It makes saving and investing intentional, automatic, and non-negotiable. Think of it this way. Pay yourself first, the golden rule of saving. It's the bedrock habit that ensures you are consistently building assets for your future. Why you should. Pay yourself first is straightforward. It guarantees progress. Life gets busy, unexpected expenses pop up, and temptations arise. Relying on leftover money means your financial future is subject to the whims of everyday life. By implementing the Pay Yourself First strategy, you prioritize your long-term financial health above immediate gratification or even regular bills. In terms of order, not necessarily skipping essential payments, but ensuring your savings happen before discretionary spending. Many people get rich by paying yourself first simply because it enforces discipline and consistency over decades. So, the answer to should you pay yourself first is an emphatic yes if you are serious about building wealth. Now let's talk about how to pay yourself first. This isn't complicated, but it requires setting up a system. Determine your amount. Decide what percentage of your income you will commit to saving and investing. Many experts recommend starting with at least 10 to 15%, but even starting small is better than nothing. The key is consistency. As your income grows, aim to increase this percentage. Automate the transfer. This is the most critical step in how Pay Yourself First works effectively. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account, where your income is deposited, to your designated savings or investment accounts. Schedule this transfer to happen immediately after you typically receive your paycheck. Automation removes willpower from the equation. Treat it like a bill. Mentally categorize this transfer as a non-negotiable expense in your Pay Yourself First budget. It's a bill you owe to your future self. Once the money is transferred, consider it gone, allocated to its specific purpose of building wealth. This is fundamentally how to pay yourself. Adjust your spending. Live off the remaining amount. Because you've prioritized saving, you'll naturally adjust your spending habits to fit the money that's left. This automated approach is the core of the Pay Yourself First, explained practically. It ensures the action happens without you needing to think about it every single time you get paid. Let's be clear. This isn't about neglecting essential responsibilities. It's about the order of operations. You ensure your future is provided for first, then manage your remaining obligations and spending. So I ask you directly, are you paying yourself first? Not occasionally, not when you remember, but systematically, automatically, with every single paycheck? If not, this is the single most impactful change you can make today to put yourself on the path to financial freedom. Mastering this rule is fundamental to mastering the rules of money. It's simple, powerful, and profoundly effective. Make paying yourself first your unbreakable financial habit. Chapter 3. Assets over Liabilities. In Chapter 2, we established the critical habit of paying yourself first, ensuring you consistently set aside capital from your income. Now, the crucial question becomes, what do you do with that capital? Where? Should it be directed to maximize your journey towards financial freedom? This brings us to principle number 3. A cornerstone concept popularized by many financial educators and a fundamental truth understood by the wealthy. Focus relentlessly on acquiring assets over liabilities. Understanding the distinction between these two terms is absolutely paramount. It's more than just accounting jargon, it's a core principle that dictates financial trajectory. So, what's the difference between assets and liabilities in the simplest terms? An asset is something that puts money into your pocket. It generates income or appreciates in value over time. Think of rental properties bringing in monthly rent, dividend-paying stocks providing regular payouts, bonds earning interest, or a business generating profits. A liability, conversely, is something that takes money out of your pocket. It costs you money to own and maintain. This includes things like car loans, credit card debt, mortgages on personal residences, more on this in a moment, and consumer goods bought on credit. The fundamental difference in financial strategy between the wealthy and everyone else often boils down to this. The wealthy focus their energy and capital on acquiring income-generating assets. The middle class and poor often acquire liabilities that they believe are assets. This distinction, understanding assets versus liabilities, is critical. Perhaps the most famous proponent of this concept is Robert Kiyosaki in his seminal work, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. His explanation of assets versus liabilities, Rich Dad, Poor Dad style, has opened the eyes of millions. Kiyosaki emphasizes that your primary residence, while potentially appreciating, primarily takes money out of your pocket through mortgage payments, property taxes, insurance, and upkeep, thus often functioning more like a liability in cash flow terms, unless it's generating income, like renting out rooms. Another common point of confusion is vehicles. People often ask, are cars liabilities or assets? From a purely financial perspective, for most individuals, a personal car is a liability. It depreciates rapidly, requires insurance, fuel, maintenance, and often financing costs, all taking money out of your pocket. While essential for transport, it's rarely an investment that grows your wealth unless used specifically as a tool within a business to generate income directly. The concept of assets over liabilities has permeated modern financial discussions, appearing in various forms like the Assets Over Liabilities podcast, mentioned by figures like rapper Rick Ross with his Assets Over Liabilities mindset, echoed by artists like T Grizzly Assets Over Liabilities, and frequently discussed on platforms like Earn Your Leisure or by groups like Financial Hawks Assets Over Liabilities. It's a recurring theme because it's fundamentally true. Even in formal assets versus liabilities accounting, the definitions align. Assets add to the balance sheet's value side, while liabilities represent obligations. The strategy, therefore, is clear. Use the money you are diligently saving by paying yourself first to systematically acquire or build assets. Your goal is to eventually have your assets generate enough passive income to cover your expenses, leading to true financial freedom. This is the essence of the assets over liabilities philosophy. It's about shifting your focus from consumption and debt accumulation to investment and income generation. Every purchase decision should be viewed through this lens. Ask yourself, will this put money in my pocket or take money out? Prioritizing assets doesn't mean living a life devoid of comforts, but it does mean being intentional about where your capital goes. Build your column of assets diligently, Minimize your liabilities and watch your financial power grow. Understanding and applying the assets over liabilities principle is non-negotiable if you want to master the rules of money. Chapter 4. Mastering the budget. Control your cash flow. We've established the mindset for wealth in Chapter 1, the non-negotiable habit of paying yourself first in Chapter 2, and the crucial strategy of focusing on assets over liabilities in Chapter 3. Now we need the practical mechanism to make it all work seamlessly. How do you ensure the money you earn is effectively channeled according to these principles? The answer lies in principle number 4, mastering the budget. Control your cash flow. For many, the word budget conjures images of restriction, deprivation, and tedious spreadsheet management. But this perception misses the true power of budgeting. A budget isn't a financial prison, it's a financial plan. It's the tool that gives you awareness, empowers informed decisions, and ultimately puts you in control of your money, rather than letting your money control you. Controlling your cash flow, the movement of money into and out of your accounts, is fundamental to building wealth. Without a budget, you're navigating your financial life blindfolded. You might be diligently paying yourself first, but if uncontrolled spending elsewhere drains your resources, your progress towards acquiring significant assets will be slow and frustrating. You need to know exactly where your money is going to ensure it aligns with your goals. Why is mastering your budget so critical? Awareness. A budget illuminates your spending habits. You might be surprised where your money actually goes each month. This awareness is the first step towards making positive changes. Control. Once you know where your money goes, you can consciously direct it. You can allocate funds towards paying down debt, liabilities, increasing savings, and investing in assets, aligning your spending with the assets over liabilities principle we discussed. Goal achievement. A budget connects your daily spending. Decisions to your long-term aspirations. Want to buy an investment property? Retire early. Your budget is the roadmap, showing you how your current actions contribute to those future outcomes. Reduces financial stress. Knowing you have a plan and are covering your obligations, including saving for the future, significantly reduces anxiety about money. So how do you create and master a budget effectively? Track everything. For a month or two, meticulously track all your income sources and every single expense. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or a simple notebook. This initial tracking phase provides invaluable data. Categorize. Group your expenses into logical categories, e.g., housing, transportation, food, utilities, debt payments, entertainment, savings, investments. Remember, paying yourself first is a key category here. Analyze and set goals. Review your spending. Where can you cut back without significantly impacting your quality of life? Where are your priorities? Define clear financial goals, both short-term, e.g., build an emergency fund, and long-term, e.g., reach a specific investment target. Create your plan based on your income, goals, and tracked spending. Create a realistic spending plan. There are various methods. The 50-30-20 rule, needs, wants, savings, zero-based budgeting, every dollar has a job, or the envelope system. Choose one that resonates with you. The key is intentional allocation. Automate and simplify. Automate bill payments and your pay-yourself-first transfers wherever possible. Simplicity makes sticking to the budget easier. Review and adjust. A budget isn't static. Review it regularly, at least monthly, and adjust as your income, expenses, or goals change. Life happens, and your budget should adapt. Mastering the budget is intrinsically linked to controlling your cash flow. Your budget helps you ensure that more money is coming in, income, than going out, expenses, creating a positive cash flow. This surplus cash flow is the fuel for acquiring more assets, accelerating your wealth-building journey. A budget helps. You identify and plug leaks that lead to negative cash flow, which often results in accumulating more liabilities, like credit card debt. Think of your budget as the dashboard of your financial vehicle. It shows your speed, income, fuel consumption, expenses, and direction, progress towards goals. Without it, you're just guessing. By mastering your budget, you take the wheel, gain control over your cash flow, and purposefully steer yourself towards financial freedom, ensuring the principles of paying yourself first and choosing assets over liabilities are not just ideas, but realities reflected in your daily financial life. Chapter 5. The Power of Compound Interest. We've discussed mindset, the crucial habit of paying yourself first, the strategy of acquiring assets, and the importance of controlling your cash flow through budgeting. Now let's delve into the engine that can truly accelerate your wealth accumulation over time. It's a concept Albert Einstein reportedly called the eighth wonder of the world. This is principle number 5, understanding and harnessing the power of compound interest. So, what is compound interest? Simply put, it's earning returns not just on your initial investment, your principal, but also on the accumulated interest or returns from previous periods. It's interest-earning interest. This is distinct from simple interest, where you only earn returns on the original amount invested. Let's break down how does compound interest work with a basic example. Imagine you invest $1,000 at a 10% annual return. After year 1, you earn $100 in interest, 10% of $1,000. Your total is now $1,100 with simple interest. In year 2, you'd earn another $100, but with compound interest. In year 2, you earn 10% on the new total of $1,100. That's $110 in interest. Your total becomes $1,210. In year 3, you earn 10% on 1,210s, which is 121s. Your total is now $1,331. Notice how the amount of interest earned each year grows. This accelerating growth is the core of compound interest explained. While the difference seems small initially, over long periods, the effect becomes staggering. This is the power of compounding. The compound interest formula, while mathematical, captures this idea. The future value depends on the initial principal, the interest rate, the number of compounding periods per year, and crucially, the number of years the money is invested. Time is the secret ingredient that unlocks the magic of compound interest. The longer your money has to grow, the more dramatic the effects of compounding interest become. This is why starting your compound interest investment journey early is so critical. A theme we'll revisit. Even small amounts invested consistently over decades can grow into substantial sums, thanks to the relentless power of compound interest. It creates a snowball effect. As your snowball of wealth rolls downhill over time, it picks up more snow, returns at an ever-increasing rate. Many refer to this as the miracle of compound interest, because its long-term impact often feels miraculous. It allows your money to work harder for you than you could ever work for it through sheer labor alone. Understanding this compound interest power shifts your perspective from linear earning to exponential growth potential. When considering compound interest investments, look for opportunities where returns can be reinvested. Dividend stocks with reinvestment plans, DRIPs, mutual funds, ETFs, and even high-yield savings accounts, though returns are typically lower. The key is allowing the earnings to stay invested and contribute to future growth. Don't underestimate the amazing power of compound interest. It is the patient investor's greatest ally. It rewards consistency, paying yourself first, and investing regularly, and discipline, leaving the investments to grow. Mastering this principle is fundamental to long-term wealth building. It transforms saving from a simple act of setting money aside into a dynamic process of wealth generation. Embrace the power of compounding interest. Let time be your partner and watch your wealth grow exponentially. Chapter 6. Avoid lifestyle creep. Stay rich, not just look rich. You've embraced a wealth mindset. You're paying yourself first, focusing on assets, mastering your budget, and you understand the power of compound interest. Things are starting to move in the right direction. Maybe you've received a raise, a bonus, or increased income from a side hustle. Congratulations. But beware, lurking just around the corner is a subtle yet incredibly powerful threat to your long-term wealth. Lifestyle creep. This is principle number 6. Learn how to avoid lifestyle creep to ensure you actually build wealth, not just upgrade your spending habits. So, what is lifestyle creep? Also known as lifestyle inflation, it's the common tendency for spending to increase proportionally or even disproportionately as income rises. What does lifestyle creep mean in practice? It means that as you earn more, your definition of needs and wants subtly expands. The slightly nicer car, the bigger apartment or house, more frequent dining out, fancier vacations, designer clothes. These gradual upgrades slowly consume any increase in income, while enjoying the fruits of your labor is perfectly fine, unchecked. Lifestyle creep is one of the most insidious money mistakes to avoid. Why? Because it neutralizes the positive impact of earning more money. Instead of accelerating your path to financial freedom by saving and investing the difference, you simply inflate your lifestyle, keeping you stuck in the same relative financial position, just with more expensive overhead. You might look richer, but your actual net worth isn't growing as it should be. The long-term lifestyle creep effects can keep you working longer than necessary and prevent you from achieving true financial independence. Here are some common lifestyle creep examples. Getting a raise and immediately leasing a more expensive car, moving to a bigger house with higher property taxes, utilities, and maintenance costs just because your income allows it. Increasing dining out frequency from once a month to once or twice a week. Subscribing to more services or buying higher-end gadgets simply because you can afford the monthly payments. This isn't about being frugal forever. It's about being intentional. It's about choosing to prioritize long-term wealth over short-term appearances. The goal is to be rich, financially secure, owning income-producing assets, not just look rich, having expensive possessions often financed by debt or consuming all your income. So, how to avoid lifestyle inflation? How to prevent lifestyle creep from derailing your financial plan? Here are key strategies and ways to avoid lifestyle creep. Pre-decide your increases. Before a raise or bonus hits your account, decide exactly how you will allocate it. Commit a significant portion, ideally 50% or more, of any new income towards increasing your savings and investments. Remember, paying yourself first. Update your budget, Chapter 4, accordingly. Automate savings, increases, adjust your automatic transfers, Chapter 2, to reflect your commitment. If you get a 5% raise, increase your automatic investment transfer by at least that much, or more. Prioritize goals over goods. Keep your long-term financial goals, buying assets, achieving financial independence, front and center. Ask yourself if that lifestyle upgrade truly aligns with those goals or delays them. Understand opportunity cost. Remember the power of compound interest. Chapter 5. Every extra dollar spent on lifestyle upgrades today is a dollar plus its potential future earnings not working for you. Practice gratitude and contentment. Appreciate what you have. Avoid comparing your lifestyle to others, especially on social media, which often fuels lifestyle inflation. Allow controlled upgrades. Avoiding lifestyle creep doesn't mean never upgrading. Just do it consciously and moderately. Maybe allocate 10–20% of a raise to lifestyle improvement, ensuring the bulk goes towards wealth building. Celebrate milestones, but don't let celebration become permanent inflation. Avoiding lifestyle creep is one of the fundamental secrets on how to avoid lifestyle creep that separates those who build lasting wealth from those who merely increase their spending capacity. It requires discipline and foresight. It's one of the most crucial financial mistakes to avoid on your journey. By consciously choosing to keep your lifestyle expenses relatively stable or increasing them much slower than your income grows, you create a powerful wedge of savings that can be relentlessly deployed towards acquiring assets and harnessing the power of compound interest. Stay focused on building genuine wealth, not just the appearance of it. Chapter 7. Invest early, invest often. We've explored the foundational mindsets and habits: belief, paying yourself first, focusing on assets, budgeting, harnessing compound interest, and avoiding lifestyle creep. Now, let's focus on the active deployment of the capital you're accumulating. Saving money is essential, but saving alone is often not enough, especially when considering the eroding effect of inflation. To truly build significant wealth, you must put your money to work. This brings us to principle number 7, a mantra for maximizing growth. Invest early, invest often. This principle has 2 critical components. Let's break them down. First, invest early. We touched upon this when discussing the power of compound interest, Chapter 5, but it bears repeating and emphasizing. Time is arguably the most powerful factor in investing. The earlier you start to invest, the more time your money has to benefit from the magic of compounding. Even small amounts invested early can grow substantially larger than much larger amounts invested later. Don't wait until you feel you have a significant amount. The best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is today. These aren't just catchy phrases, they are fundamental invest early tips. The mantra is truly invest early, invest right. Starting early gives you a massive advantage. Second, invest often. Consistency is key. Investing shouldn't be a one-time event or something you do sporadically when you feel like it. Treat investing like paying yourself first. Make it a regular, automated habit. Committing to invest often, typically through regular contributions, monthly or with each paycheck, helps smooth out market volatility through dollar-cost averaging, buying more shares when prices are low and fewer when high, and builds disciplined investing muscles. It transforms investing from a daunting task into a routine part of your financial life, a continuous process to save and invest. So, the core message is a powerful combination. Start as soon as possible. Invest early and keep doing it consistently. Invest often. Now, the big question for many is how to invest, especially how to invest for beginners. The world of investing can seem complex, filled with jargon and countless options. While this audiobook focuses on principles, not specific financial advice, here are common avenues people explore. Stocks, shares. Learning how to invest in stocks or invest in shares means buying ownership pieces in publicly traded companies. This can be done through individual stock picking, how to pick stocks to invest in, which requires significant research, or more commonly for beginners, through diversified funds. Understanding how to invest in the stock market or invest in stock markets generally involves opening a brokerage account. Mutual funds, ETFs. These funds pool money from many investors to buy a diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, or other assets. They offer instant diversification and are often a recommended starting point for learning how to invest in the stock market. Real estate. Learning how to invest in real estate involves buying properties to generate rental income or appreciate in value. This often requires more capital and active management, but can be a powerful wealth builder. Bonds, essentially loans to governments or corporations that pay periodic interest, generally considered lower risk than stocks. Finding the best ways to invest money, or the best place to invest money, depends on your individual goals, risk tolerance, and time horizon. The key is to invest smart, which means educating yourself, understanding what you're investing in, and often seeking guidance from qualified financial advisors. A crucial reason why invest is to outpace inflation. Money sitting in a low yield savings account loses purchasing power over time due to rising prices. Investing offers the potential for returns that can significantly beat inflation, growing your real wealth. Understanding inflation versus invest makes the necessity of investing clear. Don't let analysis paralysis stop you. Start small, invest early. Automate the process to invest often, and commit to continuous learning about how to invest. Whether it's learning how to invest in stocks or exploring real estate, the crucial step is to begin putting your money to work consistently over the long term. Chapter 8. Multiple Streams of Income. Security. In the previous chapters, we've focused heavily on managing and growing the income you currently have, paying yourself first, budgeting, investing wisely, and avoiding lifestyle creep. These are crucial pillars. However, relying solely on one source of income, typically a primary job, leaves you vulnerable. Economic shifts, industry changes, unexpected job loss. These can devastate your financial stability if you have all your eggs in one basket. This brings us to principle number 8, a vital strategy for resilience and accelerated wealth building. Recognizing that multiple streams of income. Security. True financial security is often built not just on managing one income well, but on cultivating several income streams. Think of it like a chair. A chair with one leg is inherently unstable. Add a second, third, or fourth leg, and it becomes dramatically more stable and robust. The same applies to your financial foundation. Having multiple income streams provides a buffer against setbacks and significantly increases your earning potential. So what are multiple streams of income? Explained simply, it means having money flowing into your accounts from various sources beyond your main job. This isn't necessarily about working multiple full-time jobs. It's about strategically building different avenues through which money can arrive. Understanding how to create multiple income streams is a key differentiator for those who achieve financial freedom faster. These income streams can generally be categorized into two types. Active income streams. These require your direct time and effort on an ongoing basis. This could be your primary job, freelancing, consulting, or a side business where you actively trade time for money. Passive income streams. This is often the ultimate goal. Passive income refers to earnings that require minimal ongoing effort to maintain once they are set up. Examples include rental income from properties, dividends from stocks, interest from bonds, royalties from intellectual property like a book or music, or revenue from an online business that runs largely on autopilot. Building passive income streams is fundamental to decoupling your time from your earnings. Learning how to create multiple sources of income requires a shift in thinking. You need to look for opportunities beyond your 9 to 5. Here are some common multiple sources of income ideas: investment income, dividends, interest, capital gains from stocks, bonds, or real estate, as discussed in Chapter 7. Side hustle / freelancing. Using your skills, writing, graphic design, coding, tutoring, photography, etc., to earn extra income outside your main job. Online business, e-commerce stores. Affiliate marketing, blogging, creating online courses, YouTube channels, rental properties, generating income from residential or commercial real estate, intellectual property, writing books, creating music, developing software, licensing patents, sharing. Economy, renting out a spare room, Airbnb, your car, Turo, or other assets. The journey of how to build multiple income streams often starts small. It might begin with one side project or investment, and gradually you add more streams of income as time and resources allow. The key is to start exploring how to create multiple income streams for financial security. Even an extra few $100s a month from a secondary source can make a significant difference in your ability to save, invest, and weather financial storms. Don't be discouraged if building multiple sources of income takes time and effort, especially initially. Setting up passive income streams in particular often requires significant upfront work or capital investment. But the long-term payoff, increased financial security, reduced reliance on a single employer, and accelerated wealth creation, is immense. Start thinking today. Beyond your primary job, what other income streams for financial security can you realistically begin to cultivate? Exploring and building multiple streams of income is a proactive step towards taking full control of your financial destiny. Chapter 9. Your network is your net worth. We've covered strategies focusing on internal mindset, personal habits, and managing your own finances and income streams. Now, we turn outward, exploring a powerful external factor that significantly influences financial success. It's a concept often summarized in the well-known phrase, principle number 9. Your network is your net worth. What does this really mean? It signifies that the quality and breadth of your relationships, your network, can have a direct and substantial impact on your financial well-being, your opportunities, and ultimately, your overall net worth. This isn't just about knowing wealthy people. It's about the value derived from connections, information flow, support systems, and collaborations that arise from the people you know. The link between network and net worth, net worth, is undeniable. Think about it. Opportunities rarely arise in a vacuum. Information about lucrative investments often travels through trusted circles. Job openings, especially high-level ones, are frequently filled through referrals before they're ever publicly posted. People network for new jobs. Business partnerships are formed based on relationships and trust. Learning how to network with investors is crucial for entrepreneurs seeking capital. Mentorship and valuable advice often come from people within your network. Your connections can provide access, insights, and support that money alone cannot buy. This is the essence of networking net worth. It's about building social capital that translates into tangible and intangible value. However, it's crucial to understand that building a valuable network isn't about superficial collecting of contacts or purely transactional relationships. Truly understanding that your network is your net worth means focusing on building genuine connections based on mutual respect, trust, and value exchange. It's not just about what others can do for you, but what you can offer them. Sometimes, the most valuable connections are with peers who challenge you, mentors who guide you, and collaborators who share your vision. Actively choosing to grow your network and build a network should be a conscious part of your wealth-building strategy. How can you do this? Be genuine. Approach networking with curiosity and a desire to connect, not just extract value. Provide value. Look for ways to help others in your network without expecting immediate returns. Share information, make introductions, offer support. Be proactive. Attend industry events, join professional organizations, engage in online communities like LinkedIn, volunteer and reach out to people you admire. Network for new opportunities proactively. Nurture relationships. Building a network is not a one-time event. Follow up, stay in touch, and invest time in maintaining connections. Remember, networking is the long game. Diversify. Connect with people from various backgrounds, industries, and levels of experience. A diverse network offers broader perspectives and opportunities. Whether it's a real estate network, a tech community, or an artistic circle, diversity strengthens your reach. Some skills often emphasized in network marketing training or highlighted in network marketing success tips, such as building rapport, active listening, and following up, are universally applicable to building any strong professional or personal network. While the business model itself is distinct, the underlying principle of leveraging relationships, often highlighted to achieve network marketing success, underscores the broader power of connection. Learning to be someone people know, like, and trust. Realizing that one thing you do good at is networking can open countless doors. Don't underestimate the power of the people around you. Cultivate your relationships thoughtfully and strategically. Invest time and energy in building and nurturing your connections, because ultimately, the strength, depth, and diversity of your network play a significant role in shaping your opportunities and contributing directly to your net worth. The net worth network effect is real. Chapter 10. Delay gratification, reap bigger rewards. We've journeyed through establishing the right mindset, building consistent habits, understanding financial mechanics like budgeting and compounding, and the importance of networks. Now we confront a core psychological challenge that underpins many financial decisions: the battle between immediate pleasure and long-term gain. This brings us to principle number 10, a crucial element of financial maturity. Master the art of delayed gratification to reap bigger rewards. Delayed gratification is precisely what it sounds like: the ability to resist the temptation of an immediate smaller reward in order to receive a larger, more significant reward later. It's the conscious choice to forgo instant gratification, the quick dopamine hit of a new purchase, the immediate comfort of spending, in favor of achieving more substantial long-term goals like financial independence, early retirement, or significant wealth accumulation. In our modern world, instant gratification is constantly marketed and readily available. Buy now, pay later, one-click ordering, streaming entertainment on demand. This environment makes practicing delayed gratification more challenging, yet even more critical for financial success. Succumbing repeatedly to instant gratification is a primary driver of lifestyle inflation, Chapter 6, and often leads to debt and financial stress. It keeps people trapped, making it harder to escape what some might call the poverty trap. Smart poverty trap solutions almost always involve fostering a mindset geared towards future planning over immediate consumption. Mastering the ability to delay gratification requires significant personal discipline, dedication, and motivation. It's about understanding that the temporary discomfort of saying no now enables a much bigger yes later. This often requires consistent self-motivation and sometimes drawing inspiration from others who have successfully navigated this path. Think of the focused dedication of athletes training for years for a championship. The principle is the same. It requires fearless motivation to stick to your plan even when temptation arises. This principle directly combats procrastination. Instead of putting off saving or investing, I'll start next month, delayed gratification encourages immediate action towards long-term goals. It requires you to stop procrastination in its tracks and prioritize future well-being. Using affirmation techniques, reinforcing your commitment to your long-term vision can be a powerful tool here. Reminding yourself why you are making these choices strengthens your resolve. Effective financial education consistently highlights the immense power of this principle. It shows how consistently choosing delayed gratification allows compound interest. Chapter 5, to work its magic leading to exponential growth. It helps you understand the true cost of instant gratification when factoring in things like inflation, which erodes the value of money spent today compared to money invested for future growth. The ability to delay gratification is strongly correlated with overall education and success in various life domains. Embracing delayed gratification is also about appreciating the journey over destination. The process of building wealth through disciplined choices, seeing your investments grow, and achieving milestones along the way can be deeply rewarding in itself. It fosters patience and resilience, building strong relationships with supportive partners or mentors can also provide encouragement to stay the course. Some philosophies, like the law of attraction, suggest that focusing your energy and belief on long-term goals, enabled by delayed gratification, helps manifest those outcomes. While the mechanisms might be debated, the underlying principle of focused intention aligns with the discipline required. Similarly, the emphasis on responsibility and long-term thinking found in the works of figures like a Napoleon Hill, motivational speaker, or even the undertones in Jordan Peterson motivation often echo the importance of forsaking immediate ease for future benefit. Ultimately, the ability to delay gratification is a cornerstone of financial discipline. It allows you to save adequately, invest wisely, achieve diversification in your assets over time, and avoid the pitfalls of debt and impulsive spending. It's a fundamental skill for life transformation towards financial freedom. Choose the bigger reward later over the smaller pleasure now, consistently, and you will undoubtedly reap bigger rewards in your financial future. Chapter 11. Wealth loves simplicity. Automate and systemize. As we delve deeper into the principles of wealth, you might feel the complexity mounting. Tracking expenses, analyzing investments, managing multiple income streams. While diligence is required, the path to financial freedom doesn't need to be overly complicated or burdensome. In fact, sustainable success often hinges on the opposite. This brings us to principle number 11. Recognize that wealth loves simplicity. Automate and systemize. Complexity is often the enemy of execution. When managing your finances feels overwhelming, confusing, or excessively time-consuming, you're less likely to stick with your plan consistently. Errors creep in, opportunities are missed, and burnout becomes a real risk. The wealthy often achieve great results not through intricate, convoluted strategies, but through elegant, simple systems that run reliably over the long term. Embracing simplicity in your financial life reduces stress, enhances clarity, and promotes consistency, which can positively impact your overall health and well-being. Two powerful tools for achieving this financial simplicity are automation and systemization. Automation is about setting things up to run without your constant intervention. We've already touched upon this with paying yourself first, Chapter 2, and automating savings increases, Chapter 6. But the principle extends much further. Think about how to automate business processes for efficiency. The same logic applies. To your personal finances, automate savings and investments. Set up recurring transfers to savings, retirement accounts, and brokerage accounts. Automate bill payments. Schedule payments for regular bills to avoid late fees and ensure they're paid on time. Automate debt reduction. Set up automatic extra payments towards high-interest debt. Consider automated investing. Tools. Robo-advisors or target date funds can automate investment management and rebalancing based on your goals and risk tolerance. Even aspects of automated trading platforms leverage this principle, executing trades based on preset criteria, though this requires careful understanding. Just like businesses look for ways how to automate marketing, using tools for how to automate email marketing or how to automate social media marketing, you should look for ways to automate the routine tasks of your financial life. The goal is to make consistent positive actions the default, requiring minimal willpower. Think about how to automate your small business or how to automate online business. Apply that mindset to your personal financial business. Systemization complements automation. It's about creating clear, repeatable processes for the financial tasks that do require your attention. Instead of figuring things out anew each time, you follow a predefined system. Systemize your budget review. Dedicate a specific time each week or month to review spending against your budget using a consistent method. Systemize your investment decisions. Develop a clear investment policy statement outlining your goals, risk tolerance, and asset allocation strategy. Stick to it, rather than reacting emotionally to market swings. Systemize financial check-ins. Schedule quarterly or annual reviews of your net worth, investment performance, and progress towards goals. Systemize record keeping. Have a simple, organized system for financial documents, whether digital or physical. Developing these systems is how you systemize to scale your efforts. As your wealth grows, having robust systems prevents things from becoming unmanageable. Businesses use systems for everything, from sales and marketing funnels to inventory management. You need systems for your financial life. Think about how to automate appointment booking saves time for a business. How can similar systematic approaches save you time and mental energy in finance? Embrace simplicity. Consolidate accounts where practical. Choose straightforward investment strategies you understand, like diversified index funds, over overly complex ones unless you have specialized expertise. Avoid cluttering your financial life with unnecessary products or strategies. By combining simplicity with powerful automation and clear systems, you reduce the friction in managing your money. You make consistent progress almost effortless, free up mental energy, minimize errors, and build a sustainable framework for long-term wealth creation. Don't confuse complexity with sophistication. Often, the most effective path is the simplest one, executed consistently through automation and robust systems. Chapter 12. Understand taxes like the wealthy. Throughout this journey, we've focused on earning, saving, investing, and protecting your assets. However, there's one significant expense that can dramatically impact your ability to accumulate wealth: taxes. For many, taxes are simply accepted as a fixed cost of living and earning, but the truly wealthy often approach taxes very differently. Principle number 12 is crucial for preserving and growing your capital. You must understand taxes like the wealthy. This isn't about finding illegal loopholes or engaging in shady practices. Many people wonder how the rich avoid taxes, or specifically, how the rich avoid paying taxes, sometimes fueled by headlines proclaiming "tax the rich," or suggesting the rich don't pay taxes. While the reality is more nuanced, the wealthy often pay substantial amounts in taxes. They absolutely prioritize tax efficiency. They view tax planning not as a year-end chore, but as an integral part of their overall financial strategy. It's part of the wealth mindset, understanding the rules of the game and playing it strategically. The core difference lies in being proactive rather than reactive. The average person earns income, pays taxes on it, and lives off the rest. The wealthy often structure their affairs to legally minimize their tax burden before the tax bill arrives. They focus on how to not pay taxes legally, which translates to leveraging every legitimate deduction, credit, and strategy available within the tax code. The question isn't simply, how do the rich avoid taxes, but rather, how do the wealthy save on taxes through smart, legal planning? Here are some key areas and tax strategies for the rich. concepts, not specific advice, that highlight this proactive approach. Leveraging tax-advantaged accounts, maximizing contributions to retirement accounts like 401ks, IRAs, where money can grow tax-deferred or tax-free, utilizing accounts like health savings accounts, HSAs, for triple tax benefits. Understanding income types, recognizing that different types of income, earned wages, business profits, long-term capital gains, dividends, are often taxed at different rates. Structuring income sources to benefit from lower rates where possible. Strategic business structures, choosing appropriate business entities, sole proprietorship, LLC, S-Corp, C-Corp, that offer different tax implications and allow for the deduction of legitimate business expenses. Maximizing deductions and credits, actively seeking out and documenting every available tax deduction, like those for business expenses, certain investment expenses, mortgage interest, state and local taxes up to limits, and tax credits which directly reduce the tax owed. Investment strategy and asset location. Making investment decisions with tax implications in mind, e.g. holding investments for over a year, to qualify for lower long-term capital gains rates. Placing investments strategically, assets expected to generate high taxable income in tax-advantaged accounts, and assets with lower tax impact in taxable accounts. Charitable giving, utilizing strategies like donating appreciated assets directly to charity to potentially avoid capital gains tax while still receiving a deduction. Estate planning, employing trusts and other legal structures to manage assets and potentially reduce estate taxes for future generations. It's crucial to distinguish legal tax avoidance, strategically minimizing taxes using the law, from illegal tax evasion, deliberately hiding income or falsifying information, sometimes involving offshore tax havens. Phrases like how to reduce taxes to zero like the rich, or how the rich avoids taxes, often oversimplify. While significant minimization is possible, achieving zero tax legally is rare for high earners with diverse income. The goal is efficiency, ensuring how the rich pay less taxes as a percentage of their overall economic income compared to someone less strategic. Understanding the intricate tax code is challenging. This is why seeking advice from qualified professionals, certified public accountants, CPAs, specializing in tax strategy or tax attorneys is not a cost, but an investment for those serious about wealth preservation. They can help you navigate the complexities and legally implement strategies relevant to your situation. Don't view taxes as an unavoidable penalty. View the tax code as a set of rules and incentives. By understanding these rules, like the wealthy do, you can legally and ethically minimize one of your largest potential expenses, freeing up more capital to save, invest, and accelerate your journey to financial freedom. Learning how to avoid taxes within the legal framework is a sophisticated financial skill. Chapter 13. Time is your greatest asset. Throughout our exploration of the principles of wealth, we've discussed money, strategies, mindsets, and actions. But underlying all of these is a resource more precious, more finite, and ultimately more powerful than money itself. This brings us to principle number 13, a fundamental truth that underpins long-term success. Time is your greatest asset. You might think money, property, or investments are your primary assets. And while these financial assets are crucial components of wealth, as we discussed in Chapter 3, distinguishing assets versus liabilities, they are often acquired and amplified through the strategic use of something even more fundamental: time. Many successful investors and thinkers echo this sentiment, stating unequivocally that time is your most valuable asset. It is, arguably, your biggest asset. How time is your greatest asset manifests in several critical ways. The powerhouse of compounding. As we saw in Chapter 5, compound interest works its magic over extended periods. The longer your investments have to grow, the more dramatic the exponential returns become. Time is the fuel for compounding. Without a long runway, its power is diminished. Starting early provides the maximum amount of this precious fuel. This is perhaps the clearest example of time as an asset in finance. Opportunity for growth and earning. Time allows you to learn new skills, gain experience, advance in your career, or build businesses and multiple streams of income. Chapter 8. Your earning potential isn't static. It can grow significantly over time if you invest time in developing yourself. In this sense, you are your greatest asset, and time is the resource you use for unlocking your greatest asset's potential. Recovery and course correction. Financial journeys rarely follow a straight line. You will likely make mistakes, face setbacks, or encounter market downturns. Having time on your side provides the opportunity to recover from these challenges, adjust your strategy, and get back on track without jeopardizing your long-term goals. Irreplaceable. Scarcity. You can always earn more money, but you can never get back lost time. Every second that passes is gone forever. This inherent scarcity makes time incredibly valuable. How you choose to allocate your limited time dictates your potential for wealth accumulation and overall life satisfaction. This intrinsic value solidifies the idea that time is an asset. When considering assets to invest in or assets that make money, remember that time is the invisible multiplier. It enhances the value of sound investments and allows well-laid plans to come to fruition. The synergy between time and asset growth is fundamental. It's important not to confuse nomenclature. For instance, people sometimes ask, is a timeshare an asset? While the name contains time, a timeshare typically functions as a prepaid, vacation expense, or even a liability due to ongoing fees and difficulty selling, rather than an appreciating asset that generates income or grows in value. This highlights the importance of understanding true assets versus liabilities, regardless of marketing terms. Motivational figures like Jim Rohn often emphasize this concept. The core ideas in a time is your greatest asset. Jim Rohn, motivational. Speech revolve around treating time with respect, investing it wisely in productive activities, and understanding its finite nature. Therefore, valuing your time is paramount. Protect it fiercely from waste. Invest it proactively in activities that align with your long-term financial goals. Learning, earning, building relationships, your network, Chapter 9, managing your finances effectively, and, crucially, allowing your investments the time they need to grow. Don't procrastinate on saving, investing, or pursuing opportunities. Recognize that every day you delay is a day less for compounding to work and a day less to build your future. Treat your time like the precious, irreplaceable, greatest asset it truly is. Chapter 14. Think long-term, act daily. We've explored numerous principles, from foundational beliefs to specific financial tactics. Now let's synthesize much of this wisdom into a core operating philosophy that governs both your perspective and your behavior. It's about balancing vision with execution. Principle number 14 is a powerful duality. Think long-term, act daily. This principle addresses a common pitfall. People either get lost in grand, distant dreams without taking practical steps, or they get bogged down in daily minutiae without a guiding vision. True success, especially in wealth building, which is inherently a long game, requires mastering both ends of this spectrum. First, let's unpack think long-term. This means cultivating a perspective that extends far beyond your immediate needs and desires. It involves defining your vision. What does financial freedom truly mean to you? What kind of life do you want in 10, 20, or 30 years? What legacy do you want to build? Having a clear, compelling long-term vision provides the why behind your efforts and fuels motivation, especially when facing short-term challenges. Strategic planning. Long-term thinking allows you to create strategic plans that align with your vision. This involves setting goals for retirement, investment growth, debt elimination, and perhaps even multi-generational wealth transfer. It helps you see beyond temporary market fluctuations or economic downturns, recognizing them as potential opportunities within a larger time frame. Patience and perspective. Wealth building is a marathon, not a sprint. Thinking long-term fosters the patience needed to let strategies like compound interest work, Chapter 5, and to ride out market cycles. It helps avoid impulsive decisions based on fear or greed. Delayed gratification, reinforcement. This perspective naturally supports the principle of delayed gratification, Chapter 10. When your focus is decades ahead, sacrificing small comforts today for significant security tomorrow becomes a logical and easier choice. However, long-term thinking alone is insufficient. A vision without execution is merely a daydream. That's where the second half of the principle comes in. Act daily. Act daily means translating your long-term vision into concrete, consistent actions performed today and every day. It involves breaking down goals. Large, long-term goals can be intimidating. Daily action requires breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps and habits. What can you do today to move closer to your 10-year goal? Consistency and habits. This is where principles like paying yourself first, Chapter 2, investing, often, Chapter 7, and mastering your budget, Chapter 4, become daily practices. It's the relentless consistency of these small actions that builds momentum over time. Focus and discipline. Daily action requires discipline to stick to your plan, even on days you don't feel motivated. It means focusing on the tasks that directly contribute to your long-term goals and avoiding distractions. Tracking and measurement. Acting daily allows for regular tracking of progress. Are your daily actions aligning with your budget? Are you meeting your savings targets? This provides feedback and allows for course correction. The true power lies in the synergy between these two elements. Thinking long-term provides the map and the destination. Acting daily provides the fuel and the movement, step by step along the path. Without the long-term vision, daily actions lack direction and purpose. Without daily action, the long-term vision remains an unattainable fantasy. Integrate this principle into your financial life. Regularly revisit your long-term vision to stay motivated and ensure your plans are still relevant. Then focus intently on executing the small, consistent daily actions that bring that vision closer to reality. By mastering the balance of thinking, long-term and acting daily, you create a powerful, sustainable engine for achieving lasting financial freedom. Chapter 15. Money is a tool, not the goal. We've spent the last 14 chapters exploring principles designed to help you acquire, manage, and grow your wealth. We've discussed mindset, habits, strategies, and the importance of time and networks. But as we build this foundation, it's absolutely critical to pause and clarify the ultimate role of money in our lives. This brings us to principle number 15, a perspective shift that frames everything else. Money is a tool, not the goal. Let me repeat that, because it cuts against so much societal conditioning. Money is a tool, not a goal. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of accumulating more money, chasing higher salaries, bigger investment balances, impressive net worth figures. Setting money goals is important for tracking progress, but mistaking the accumulation of money itself as the ultimate prize is a common and potentially empty pursuit. Think about any tool: a hammer, a computer, a car. The tool itself isn't the objective. The objective is what the tool enables you to do: build a house, communicate or create, or travel. Money works the same way. Money is a tool that facilitates exchange, stores value, and provides options. Money as a tool can be used to provide security and stability for yourself and your family. Create experiences and memories through travel or hobbies. Acquire education or skills. Support causes you believe in. Buy back your time by outsourcing tasks. Or achieving financial independence. Build businesses or investments that generate more resources. The value lies not in the money itself, but in its application. This is why money is a tool and not a purpose. When money becomes the sole purpose, people can fall into the money trap, an endless cycle of chasing more, never feeling like they have enough, sacrificing health, relationships, or ethics along the way. They forget why money is a tool and not a purpose in the first place. Understanding how to use money as a tool, not as a purpose, requires a conscious shift in your money mindset. It's about asking yourself, what do I truly want to achieve, experience, or contribute? And how can money serve as a resource to help me get there? This reframes your financial journey. Instead of just accumulating dollars, you're accumulating resources to fund your true life goals. Maybe the goal is freedom. Financial freedom, yes. The freedom from worrying about bills, the freedom to leave a job you dislike, the freedom to pursue passions without income constraints. Time freedom, the ability to control your own schedule and spend your days as you choose. Money is a tool to serve you, not a purpose. Its highest purpose is often to unlock these forms of freedom. Consider this the final point on this specific idea for now. Like PT3, money is a tool being its ultimate utility for freedom. It's not just about having it, it's about what it allows. Recognizing that money is a tool, not your purpose, frees you from the potential tyranny of endless accumulation and allows you to focus on what truly matters. So, as you continue applying the principles in this audiobook, constantly remind yourself of this distinction. Yes, build wealth diligently, master the rules, but never forget that money is a tool. Use it wisely, use it ethically, use it intentionally to build the life and achieve the freedom you truly desire. Don't let the tool become the master. Conclusion: we've now explored the first 15 foundational principles from 50 Principles of Wealth. Master the rules of money and financial freedom. We started by understanding that wealth begins with belief, establishing the critical importance of mindset. We then moved into actionable habits like paying yourself first, the strategic focus on acquiring assets over liabilities, and the control gained by mastering your budget. We uncovered the incredible power of compound interest, learned how to avoid lifestyle creep, to stay rich, not just look rich, and recognize the imperative to invest early, invest often. We explored the security found in multiple streams of income, the hidden value in realizing your network is your net worth, and the discipline required to delay gratification. We saw how wealth loves simplicity through automation and systems, the importance of understanding taxes, like the wealthy, the profound truth that time is your greatest asset, the necessity to think long-term, act daily, and finally, the crucial perspective that money is a tool, not the goal. These 15 principles alone, if consistently applied, can dramatically alter your financial trajectory. They represent core rules of money, timeless rules of wealth that empower you to take control and build a future of security and choice. Mastering these isn't just about accumulating more, it's about architecting a life of genuine financial freedom. But remember, this is just the beginning of our journey together. These principles lay the groundwork, but there are still 35 more powerful insights waiting for you in the full audiobook. Deeper strategies, nuanced perspectives, and advanced techniques to solidify your mastery over the laws of money. To ensure you don't miss out on the remaining principles and continue your journey towards mastering your financial destiny, make sure you subscribe right now to the Audiobooks Low channel. Yes, hit that subscribe button on the Audiobooks Low channel. Today, by subscribing, you'll get access to the complete 50 Principles of Wealth, along with more content designed to empower your financial literacy, cultivate a wealth mindset, and help you apply these essential rules of money consistently in your life. Don't just learn the rules, master them. Thank you for listening to this segment. Take these first 15 principles, start applying them today, and subscribe to the Audiobooks Lower channel to unlock the full blueprint for financial freedom. Your wealthier future awaits.